You see something on the beach, translucent, massive, arms longer than a school bus, eyes the size of dinner plates. The question is not whether giants exist in the ocean. The question is how many types are down there and what they do when nobody watches. Giant squids, colossal squids, Pacific octopuses with tentacles that rip through steel cages, Humboldt squids that flash red and white and attack in packs, deep sea phantoms with arms 20 times their body length, vampire squids that glow in total darkness. Every single one documented, every single one real. Which one would you never want to meet in the water? The largest scientifically measured specimen came from New Zealand waters in 2022. Mantle length, 2.25 meters. Total length, including tentacles, 12 meters for females, 10 meters for males. The 59-foot claims from old whaling records? Stretching. Literally. Tentacles pulled like rubber bands after death. Steve O'Shea from Auckland University of Technology examined 130 specimens and confirmed no mantle exceeds 2.25 meters. The body houses the organs. The 8 arms grip. The 2 feeding tentacles shoot forward with clubs covered in suckers. Each sucker ringed with sharp chitinous teeth, 2 to 5 centimeters in diameter, mountains of suckers. The teeth perforate flesh, hold prey, never let go. If you value documented deep sea history and extreme biology like this, subscribe. It's the best way to support our work. Also comment from which city you're hearing this from. This script is researched and factual using sources from peer-reviewed marine biology journals published in Scientific Reports from March 2017, the Smithsonian Ocean Database updated September 2025, and genetic analysis published in Molecular Ecology from 2013 that confirmed single-species status by examining cytochrome oxidase sequences from specimens across all major oceans. Now back to the information. Giant squids live between 300 and 1,000 meters depth. Sperm whales hunt them. We know because whale skin carries circular scars, sucker marks. Whales dive to 700 meters, stay down 90 minutes. When Japanese researchers Tsunemi Kubodera and Kyoichi Mori from the National Science Museum wanted to film a live giant squid in 2004, they followed sperm whales off the Ogasawara Islands at 26 north latitude in the North Pacific. September through December, the whales gathered to feed. The team deployed baited camera lines at 600 meters. On September 30th, 2004 at 9:23 a.m. local time, the cameras caught it. A giant squid attacked the bait, grabbed with tentacles. The squid lost part of one tentacle when it pulled free. The severed piece measured 5.5 meters long. DNA analysis matched specimens from Japanese waters with 99.7% certainty. The club alone measured 720 millimeters. Based on tentacle proportions, the living animal measured approximately 4.7 meters from fin tip to arm tips and over 8 meters total length. The first photographs of a living giant squid in its habitat. Published in the Proceedings of the Royal Society B in January 2005. Then, in July 2012, NHK and Discovery Channel sent a submersible to 1,000 meters off Chichijima Island in the Ogasawara chain. Kubodera was back. This time they got video, not photographs. Video. The squid approached the camera, wrapped arms around the bait, the glowing lure attached to a fake squid. The animal measured 3 meters, female. The footage aired January 13th, 2013 on NHK Special and January 27th on Discovery's Monster Squid, The Giant is Real. Smithsonian squid expert Clyde Roper has traveled the world studying dead specimens on beaches and in museums for 5 decades, published over 150 scientific papers, co-authored the Catalog of Cephalopods of the World, still has never seen a living giant squid despite searching. That is how rare they are. Diet consists of fish and shrimp and other squid. Some researchers suggest they might attack small whales, but no confirmed observations exist. They maneuver with fins that look too small. Jet propulsion, draw water into the mantle, force it out the back. The funnel acts as a rocket. They have been found in every ocean on Earth, Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Southern, Mediterranean, but seeing one alive remains nearly impossible. Between 1857, when Japetus Steenstrup formally named Architeuthis ducks, and 2025, only a handful of living observations exist. Most knowledge comes from carcasses washed ashore or pulled from fishing nets or found in sperm whale stomachs. New Zealand fishing boat in the Ross Sea off Antarctica, the crew hauled up a dying squid from 1,000 meters depth. Female, immediately frozen, transported to Te Papa Tongarewa Museum in Wellington. The specimen measured 4.2 meters in length, not counting tentacles because in life they stay retracted. Only shooting out when grabbing prey, but the weight, 495 kilograms, 1,091 pounds, the heaviest living invertebrate ever scientifically documented. Beaks found inside sperm whale stomachs suggest even larger individuals exist. possibly 600 to 700 kilograms, 1,300 to 1,500 pounds. Each arm and tentacle lined with them. The only member of the glass squid family Cranchidae to have hooks. Those hooks leave scars on sperm whales, deep circular marks. The whales hunt colossal squid as a major prey item. 14% of squid beaks in Antarctic sperm whale stomachs belong to colossal squid. That represents 77% of the biomass those whales consume. The squid lives in the circumantarctic Southern Ocean. Thousands of kilometers north to southern South America, southern South Africa, southern tip of New Zealand. Cooperation Sea and Ross. Sea are hotspots. The region between the Weddell Sea and western Kerguelen archipelago has ideal habitat characteristics. Detecting the silhouettes of predators approaching from above in the dim light of the mesopelagic zone. Young squid stay between 0 and 500 meters. Adolescents drop to 500 to 2,000 meters. Adults occupy mesopelagic and bathypelagic regions deeper than 2,000 meters. They feed on lanternfish and deep sea smelt found in stomach contents. They also attack Antarctic toothfish. Between 2011 and 2014, commercial trawlers brought aboard 8,000 toothfish from Antarctic waters. 71 showed clear attack marks from colossal squid. A study in Pride's Bay found squid remains inside a female colossal squid's stomach. Cannibalism confirmed. Stable isotope analysis of chitinous beaks published in Marine Ecology Progress Series in December 2014 determined colossal squid occupy trophic level 4.3, top predators. The only animals that hunt adult colossal squid are sperm whales and southern sleeper sharks. Everything else takes juveniles. The cold Antarctic water and low oxygen environment force energy conservation. They are ambush predators. Wait, strike, retreat. The thick, gelatinous body provides neutral buoyancy. No wasted energy swimming. The arms hang, the hook's ready. Prey swims close. The tentacles explode forward. Hooks embed. Prey cannot escape. The beak crushes. Sharp as a parrot's, made of chitin. The only hard part of the body. Everything else compresses. That is how all cephalopods squeeze through impossibly small spaces. The beak size determines the limit. Eventually, they used a custom cold water tank. AUT biologist Steve O'Shea, Japanese researcher Tsunemi Kubadera, AUT biologist Kat Bolstad, marine ecologist Mark Fenwick, and Dutch scientist Olaf Blau spent weeks on the dissection. Published findings confirm the species exhibits extreme sexual size dimorphism. Small males, giant females. The hectocotylized arm stays coiled near the male's right eye. After mating, the male releases it completely with the spermatophore attached to the female. The female broods eggs on the oral surface of her arm bases, then dies. Semelparity. Reproduce once, die. First described in 1910 by Gerhard Wilker of Leipzig University in a German scientific journal about Japanese cephalopods. He named it after German scientist Franz Theodor Döflein. Moved to genus Enteroctopus in 1998 by Eric Hochberg. Adults average 15 kilograms, 33 pounds. Arm span up to 4.3 meters, 14 feet, but outliers exist. The largest documented specimen weighed 272 kilograms, 600 pounds. Radial span 9.6 meters, over 30 feet. American zoologist G. H. Parker found the largest suckers measure 6.4 centimeters diameter and support 16 kilograms each. Do the math. 8 arms, up to 280 suckers per arm, thousands of attachment points. Each sucker contains thousands of chemical receptors. The octopus tastes everything it touches. Just large enough to fit inside and turn around. The beak determines if they fit. 2-inch hole, 50-pound octopus, no problem. The body compresses through spaces as small as the beak. They leave piles of shells outside their dens. Crab shells, clam shells, scallop shells. The remains of meals. They hunt at night. Prey includes shrimp, crabs, scallops, abalones, cockles, snails, clams, lobsters, fish, squid, other octopuses. They have been observed catching spiny dogfish sharks up to 1.2 meters length in captivity. Carcasses of the same shark species found in giant Pacific octopus middens in the wild provide evidence they hunt sharks naturally. In May 2012, amateur photographer Ginger Morneau photographed a wild giant Pacific octopus attacking and drowning a seagull in Puget Sound. They eat anything within their size range, even birds. Color change happens in milliseconds. Chromatophores in the skin, specialized pigment cells, red-brown at rest, pale gray to dark red when active. The texture changes too, smooth to spiky, blending with corals, plants, rocks. Camouflage so effective you can stare directly at them and see nothing. They move by walking on arms or jet propulsion, water drawn into the mantle, expelled through the siphon, backward movement, fast when needed. Otherwise they crawl, exploring, tasting, hunting. The Alaska Department of Fish and Game confirms they range from shallow intertidal pools to 1,000 meters depth but are most abundant above 5 meters. Some researchers claim they exhibit motor play, distinct personalities. They recognize individual humans, respond differently to different people, jetting water, changing texture, consistent behaviors towards specific individuals. The brain has folded lobes, visual and tactile memory centers, 300 million neurons, 9 brains total, 1 central brain, 8 smaller brains in each arm. Each arm operates semi-independently. Arms continue moving even when severed. The neurons keep firing. Slowly starves. Dies when the eggs hatch. The male dies shortly after mating. Transfer the spermatophore using the hectocotylus arm, over 1 meter long. Insert it into the female's mantle. Then the male wanders into deep water, stops eating, undergoes senescence. Lesions appear, skin retracts around the eyes. Aimless wandering, death within weeks. Hatchlings emerge the size of rice grains. Most do not survive. Those that do grow at 0.9% per day, from 0.03 grams to 20 to 40 kilograms at adulthood. Growth happens in 2 phases, fast from July to December, slow from January to June. Shares many traits: relative head size, web extent, dark eye bars, dorsal mantle white spots. But this new species has a bumpy ridge across the body, fleshy frills, 2 distinct white spots on the head. Full species description remains in progress. Announced in 2024 by Dr. David Scheel. This means giant octopuses in Alaskan waters include 2 species, not 1. The discovery shows how little we know even about animals we thought we understood. Populations appear stable despite fishing pressure. High reproductive rate compensates. Females produce tens of thousands of eggs. Even with high mortality, enough survive to maintain populations. The largest specimen ever found measured 3.5 meters total length, 11 feet. Mass 75 kilograms, 165 pounds. Caught by New Zealand fishermen in 2002 off eastern Chatham Rise. Depth 920 meters. Mantle, length 0.69 meters. Total length 2.9 meters. Weight 61 kilograms. Incomplete specimen. If complete, potentially 3.5 meters and 75 kilograms. First validated record from the South Pacific. The type specimen came from the Atlantic Ocean at 38 degrees north, 34 degrees west of the Azores, deposited at University of Copenhagen Zoological Museum. Since then, specimens caught throughout the Atlantic, from Azores to South Georgia Island. The species inhabits both Atlantic and Pacific, deep water, rarely seen. Most information comes from dead specimens or rare ROV footage. In September 2023, Eric Askelsrud photographed one in shallow water off Tongue Point, Washington. Salish Sea, near Canadian border. 10 feet depth in a kelp canopy, 3 feet long, floating motionless with tentacles down. Gregory Jensen from University of Washington identified it as Halophron atlanticus. The individual had small circular injuries, likely cookie-cutter shark bites, Icystius brasiliensis. Small shark known for taking circular chunks of flesh from marine animals. The 7-arm octopus was probably dying. Deep-sea animals only come to shallow water when sick or injured. 9 days later, September 17th, another individual appeared at Ogden Point near Victoria, British Columbia, 23 miles from Tongue Point. Cam Polglace filmed it. 2 sightings in the same area in 9 days. Extremely unusual for a species normally found in the deep mesopelagic zone. The octopus wrapped arms around the jellyfish bell, beak sometimes protruding into the subumbellar space. Scientists theorize the octopus may feed on jellyfish stomach contents, or use the jellyfish as a tool to catch prey trapped in the tentacles. Predators include blue sharks, Hawaiian monk seals, sperm whales, swordfish. The species has a circumpolar distribution at high latitudes in both hemispheres. Maximum depth unknown, but confirmed to at least 920 meters. Total length, including tentacles, reaches over 2 meters, 7 feet. They live fast, 1 to 2 years lifespan, then die. That is it. Breed once, die, like most cephalopods. Danish zoologist Japetus Steenstrup created genus Dosidicus in 1857. Finally consolidated to Dosidicus gigas in 1912. They range from Alaska to Chile. The population exploded in the 1990s and 2000s. Global oceanic warming. They moved north, now prevalent throughout the range. In 2004, they appeared off central California. By 2009, regular sightings in Alaska. The northern range expansion happened during El Niño events, warm water intrusions. Similarly, they expanded south to Chile during warm periods. They change color for communication too. 28 distinct patterns identified, different combinations, like letters forming words, coordination during hunts, warnings to packmates. Status displays, bioluminescence, aids the display. Photophores produce light, the arms light up, useful in deep dark water. Return to depth at dawn, they school. 20 to 200 individuals in a hunting group, sometimes over 1,000. They are aggressive predators. Diet includes lanternfish, mackerels, sardines, shrimp, other cephalopods. They use powerful arms and barbed suckers. Each tentacle has 100 to 200 suckers. The suckers have razor-sharp teeth, chitinous rings. They grab prey, pull toward the beak. The beak is sharp, strong. Parrot-like, crushing strength capable of breaking crab shells. They swim at 15 miles per hour, 24 kilometers per hour. Some measurements show even faster bursts. Documented cases of divers being attacked. Deep-sea cameras destroyed by Humboldt squid. ROV equipment damaged. They swarm when lights approach. Rise from 700 meters to 130 to 200 meters to investigate. Attack the cameras. Render them inoperable. Research published in Marine Biology suggests aggression only occurs during feeding. At other times, passive. Possibly more curious. The attacks on divers mainly happened when reflective gear or flashing lights were present. The squid use color changes to communicate. Bright flashes disorient them, trigger attack response. When not feeding or being hunted, they exhibit intelligent behavior. Still, the reports of human attacks are real, documented. Confirmed. Stay away from Humboldt squid during feeding time. They bite. The beak can tear flesh. Females spawn once, lay thousands of eggs. The eggs hatch into paralarvae, grow rapidly, reach adult size in 1 year, then breed, die. The cycle continues. The fishery collapsed in the Gulf of California in 2015 during a warming event. Has not recovered, but other regions continue heavy exploitation. The squid is cheap, 30 cents per kilogram in Peru in the early 2010s, $2 per kilogram in Chile. Street vendors make ceviche. Restaurants prepare calamari steaks. The United States imports it as squid steaks. The flesh contains ammonium chloride for buoyancy. Makes it naturally salty and bitter. Fisheries tenderize the flesh, soak in ice-cold water with lactic and citric acid, then brine for 3 hours. This removes the ammonia taste. La Nina brings cold water. Population crashes. The exact mechanisms remain unclear. More research needed. 40 feet. Thin as string. Hanging down. Elbows. The arms bend at right angles, creating elbows. No other living cephalopod does this. Only extinct belemnites. The arms and tentacles look identical. Cannot tell them apart. Both extremely long. Both covered with tiny suckers. In 2001, Heather Holston, marine biology student, sent footage to teuthologist Michael Vecchione. She called it a 21-foot-long squid. Vecchione was curator of cephalopods at Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History. He pulled every video record from submersibles, found 8 previous observations, the earliest from 1988. In December 2001, he published a paper in Science. First paper to identify them as Magnapinidae, a family Vecchione himself had named from juvenile specimens in the 1990s. The beginning of the long filaments. That connected the juveniles to the mystery squid. DNA analysis confirmed they are the same family. 3 species officially described: Magnapina atlantica, M. pacifica, M. talismani. Likely more species exist. DSV limiting factor descended to document USS Johnston wreck. Found a juvenile bigfin squid, the deepest observation of any squid ever. Rivals only unidentified cirrus octopods as deepest cephalopod. This makes Magnapina the first squid confirmed in the Hadal Zone, depths beyond 6,000 meters. Footage from September 2024 in Tonga Trench shows one walking at 3,300 meters. Body 8 to 12 inches long, arms several times longer. The posture is horizontal. Arms perpendicular to the body, sometimes vertical. Arms hanging straight down. Scientists think they use arms like spider webs. Prey bumps into them, sticks. The arms have microscopic suckers. The squid feels the contact, pulls the arm up. Brings prey to beak. The squid was pulling its arms off the seafloor, arms stuck, pulling. The sticky filaments adhered to the substrate. It took effort to free them. Telephone cord coil, retractable filaments. That was new behavior, not previously documented in squid. How they feed remains unknown. Why they evolved such long arms remains unknown. Likely related to feeding and food, scarce Hadal depths, particles falling from above. Long arms increase capture area. Only around 12 confirmed sightings exist globally as of 2024. Every sighting from ROVs or submersibles or oil rig cameras. No physical adult specimens collected. All knowledge from video analysis and juvenile specimens. The adults remain phantoms. Webbing between arms, red eyes, looks like a vampire, but it does not suck blood. It does not eat living prey at all. It is a detritivore, eats marine snow, dead animals, rotting material, feces, discarded larval houses, crustacean molts, diatoms. It filters the deep sea for organic particles. He wanted to verify life exists below 300 fathoms, 550 meters. The prevailing theory said nothing lived deeper. Abyssus theory, the German society Gesellschaft Deutscher Naturforscher und Ärzte funded the expedition. They believed deep life existed. Valdivia was fitted with collection equipment, laboratories, specimen jars. They found the vampire squid. Chun described it in 1903 as an octopus. Later assigned to new order Vampiromorphidae, the only surviving member, a phylogenetic relict. The body is gelatinous, jellyfish-like consistency, 8 arms, 2 retractile filaments. The filaments extend well past total body length, can retract into pockets within the web, function as sensors, covered with cirri. No suckers on the filaments, suckers only on the distal half of arms. Cirri run the entire arm length. The eyes detect any movement in the darkness. Photophores cover the body, large circular organs posterior to each fin, distributed over mantle, funnel, head, a boral surface. They produce bioluminescent displays, glowing clouds. The squid can control intensity and pattern. Used for defense. When threatened, it produces glowing mucus, ejects it from arm tips, creates a luminescent cloud. Predator attacks the cloud. Squid escapes. It lost the ink sac. No ink. Instead, bioluminescent mucus. It also lost functional chromatophores. The pigment cells exist, but muscles are gone. No rapid color change. Permanent black or reddish-brown color. The fins are large, ear-like, flap for propulsion. The squid flies through water. Video analysis shows speed of 2 body lengths per second. Acceleration in 5 seconds. Not fast compared to other squid. Cannot sustain speed. No long migrations, no extended flight responses, but quick enough to escape immediate danger. Vampire squid adapted. Special hemocyanin, blue blood with enhanced oxygen binding, very low metabolic rate, minimal movement, conserves oxygen, conserves energy. The temperature range is 2 to 6 degrees Celsius, cold water, tropical and subtropical latitudes between 40 degrees north and south. Mature eggs measure 3 to 4 millimeters diameter, large for a small squid, free-floating in small masses. The female does not brood them, releases them, and dies. The male dies shortly after mating. Hatchlings are 9.5 to 10.1 millimeters long. Limited swimming ability. They drift to surface, begin planktonic existence, 1 to 3 months, then descend to benthos. Rapid growth follows, lifespan unknown. Probably several years, based on size and growth rate. Without detritivores like vampire squid, the deep sea would accumulate waste. They clean the ocean floor, essential ecological function. But the photophores are not proven to produce light, maybe vestigial. Maximum mantle length 50 centimeters, 20 inches. They show isometric growth. All body parts grow proportionally. Size of Chicago, named A84. Exposed seafloor that had been hidden under ice. The research vessel Falkor 2 deployed ROV Sebastian. Depth 687 meters. The ROV found a glacial glass squid. First confirmed footage of living specimen. Dr. Tom Linley from Tapapa Museum alerted colleague Kat Bolstad. They confirmed identification, arms positioned loosely above head, cockatoo pose, common in glass squids. 9 days later, March 9th, the team filmed first ever footage of a juvenile colossal squid in the same region. Both species are glass squids, family Cranchidae, transparent bodies. But colossal squid darkens with age. Both have hooks, but placement differs. Colossal squid has hooks along middle of arms. Glacial glass squid has hooks in different position. Size also differs. Colossal squid grows to 7 meters, 23 feet. Glacial glass squid stays much smaller. Distinguishing young colossal squid from glacial glass squid requires expert analysis. Independent squid experts, Aaron Evans and Kat Bolstad, confirm the distinctions from high-resolution imagery. Adolescents and adults prefer 500 to 2,500 meters. Deeper during day, shallower at night. Seasonal patterns exist too. Mature squids stay below warmer, less saline surface layer in summer, venture shallower in fall. The upper migration limit is due to temperature and salinity. They cannot tolerate water warmer or less salty than 34.2 parts per thousand. Crustaceans, Chaetognatha, fish, opportunistic feeders, prey upon whatever is available. Their large stomach and small cecum suggest adaptation to food scarcity. Large stomach stores partially digested material, released to cecum later for full digestion. Energy reserved during times of low prey availability. Predators include southern elephant seals, black-browed albatrosses, gray-headed albatrosses. The albatrosses cannot dive deep enough to catch adults. They only get squids when tissue degeneration or upwelling brings them to surface. Icefish prey on them, digested parts found in icefish stomachs. Most abundant muscular squid in Weddell Sea. only pelagic cephalopod occurring in considerable numbers in Antarctic sea ice zone. Circumpolar distribution, depths 300 to 1,000 meters, subtropical to Antarctic waters, 47 degrees south to 86 degrees south. Predators include Antarctic petrel, light-mantled albatross, Ross seal, southern elephant seal, Weddell seal, Patagonian toothfish, wandering albatross, gray-headed albatross, Adelie penguin, emperor penguin. The species is important prey for Antarctic marine mammals and seabirds. Beaks are frequently found in predator stomach contents. Studies published in Polar Biology in 2000 analyzed beak-length relationships. Lower rostral length plotted against mantle length and body mass. The data provides methods to estimate squid biomass from beaks found in predator stomachs, essential for understanding Antarctic food web dynamics. Tentacular clubs with small suckers. Anterior position of digestive gland suggests evolutionary relationship. But Psychrotuthis is placed in family Psychroteuthidae. Monotypic genus, only one confirmed species. 2 undescribed species probably exist based on morphological variation. Genetic analysis needed for confirmation. Giant squids hunting at 1,000 meters with eyes the size of dinner plates. Colossal squids ambushing prey with rotating hooks and 7-meter bodies. Pacific octopuses solving puzzles with 9 brains and ripping through steel. Humboldt squids coordinating attacks in 1,000-member schools flashing red and white. Bigfin squids walking on 20-foot arms at 6,000 meters depth. Vampire squids filtering marine snow with bioluminescent displays in oxygen dead zones. Glass squids transparent as water, hiding in Antarctic seas. In September 2023, a dying 7-arm octopus photographed in 10 feet of water off Washington coast. Cookie cutter shark bites visible. In January 2025, first footage of glacial glass squid after iceberg calved from Antarctica. In February 2007, largest colossal squid ever caught weighed 495 kilograms from Ross Sea. In July 2012, first video of living giant squid at 1,000 meters off Japan. In May 2012, giant Pacific octopus photographed drowning seagull in Puget Sound. Genetic analysis and body patterns revealed the truth. How many more species remain undiscovered? How many behaviors go unobserved? The ocean is enormous. The deep sea is mostly unexplored. Less than 20% of the seafloor has been mapped in detail. Less than 5% has been visually observed. Every deep sea expedition finds something new. New species, new ecosystems, new adaptations. The giant squid was a myth until the 1870s. Newfoundland waters. Complete specimens washed ashore. Moses Harvey bought one, photographed it in his living room, sent it to Professor Verrill at Yale. First accurate scientific description. Before that, sailors told stories, kraken, sea monsters, ships attacked. Nobody believed them. Now we know they were right. Giant squid exist, colossal squid exist. And they are strange beyond imagination. Second documented case of giant squid attacking giant squid in Spanish waters. Cannibalism confirmed. They eat each other. Only sperm whales consistently kill adult giant and colossal squid. Only sleeper sharks and orcas occasionally take them. Everything else stays away. The whale is faster. Jaws open, grab. The squid fights. Hooks embed in whale skin. Arms wrap around head. Beak bites. But the whale's jaw is stronger. Teeth longer, crushing bite. The squid dies, swallowed. The whale surfaces, breathes, rests, dives again, repeats. A sperm whale needs hundreds of squid per day to survive. Constant hunting, constant diving. No rest, that is the life. It is a battlefield. Predator versus prey. Speed versus strength. Intelligence versus instinct. The cephalopods developed intelligence, problem solving, memory recognition, tool use, escape tactics, camouflage, bioluminescence, ink, mucus, jet propulsion. 8 or 10 limbs each operating independently. Beaks that crush bone, suckers with teeth, eyes that see in near total darkness, hearts that pump blue blood. Brains distributed through the body, nervous systems capable of rapid response without central processing. Each arm thinks. The Cambridge Declaration on Consciousness in 2012 named octopuses as having neurological substrates of consciousness. Only invertebrate group included. They are aware, they experience, they decide. Different patterns for different messages, that is language. Basic, but functional. They evolved it independently. No common ancestor with vertebrate language users. Convergent evolution. Intelligence arose separately. That means intelligence is not unique to vertebrates, not unique to primates. It emerges when environmental pressures favor it. The deep sea favors it. Food is scarce. Prey is fast. Predators are dangerous. Intelligence helps. Survives better, reproduces more, passes genes, evolution continues. The Schmidt Ocean Institute alone completed dozens of deep sea expeditions in 2024 and 2025. Each found something new. Te Papa Museum in New Zealand houses the largest colossal squid specimen. On display. Preserved. Visitors can see it. Touch would damage it, but looking is allowed. The mantle, the hooks, the beak, the eyes. Right there, real. Not myth, not exaggeration. Documented truth. The future holds more discoveries. Technology continues improving. Submersibles go deeper. Cameras capture better footage. Genetic analysis becomes cheaper. More scientists study cephalopods. Funding increases. Public interest grows. Every new documentary brings more funding. Every viral video brings more interest. Every scientific paper brings more understanding. The cycle continues. We learn more. We discover more. We understand more. But some things remain mysterious. Big fin squid feeding mechanics, unknown. Colossal squid reproduction, rarely observed. Giant squid mating, never filmed. Vampire squid lifespan, estimated not confirmed. Seven-arm octopus behavior, mostly unknown. Glass squid ecology, barely studied. Glacial squid migrations, suspected not proven. Every species has gaps. Every behavior has questions. Every adaptation has mysteries. That is why research continues. Why expeditions keep diving. Why scientists keep studying. The ocean is not fully known. Will never be fully known. Too vast. Too deep. Too complex. But every expedition reveals something. Every dive finds something. Every observation teaches something. The knowledge accumulates. Understanding grows. Mystery remains, but ignorance decreases. The seven-arm octopus, the Humboldt squid, the big fin squid, the vampire squid, the glacial glass squid, the muscular glacial squid. Each one adapted to its environment. Each one surviving in conditions that would kill most life. Pressure, cold, darkness, low oxygen, no sunlight, scarce food. They thrive, they hunt, they reproduce, they die. The cycle continues, has continued for millions of years. Will continue for millions more unless humans interfere. Never recovered. Warning sign. Overfishing is possible, even for species with high reproductive rates. Submersibles harvest, ROVs collect. As technology improves, access increases, protection must increase too. Marine protected areas, fishing restrictions, habitat preservation, international cooperation. Each squid has distinct display, like fingerprints. Unique, identifiable. Scientists can now recognize individuals, track them over time, study behavior longitudinally. This was impossible before, too rare, too deep. Now possible. Technology advanced, understanding follows. More species live there than everywhere else combined. We have explored less than 5%, mapped less than 20%. The rest remains unknown. Every expedition is exploration. Every dive is discovery. The age of exploration is not over. It continues in the ocean. The final frontier is not space. It is the deep sea, right here, right now, waiting. Unknown. Larger colossal squid. Bigger giant squid. New octopus species. Undescribed glass squids. The evidence exists. Beaks found in sperm whale stomachs larger than any collected specimen, by a lot. Those squids are still alive, still swimming, still hunting, waiting to be found, waiting to be filmed, waiting to be documented. They are intelligent. They are powerful. They are mysterious. They are terrifying. They are beautiful. They are essential to ocean ecosystems. They are threatened by human activity. They are protected by deep habitat. They are studied by dedicated scientists. They are filmed by advancing technology. They are documented in peer-reviewed papers. They are displayed in museums. They are understood better every year. But mystery remains. Always will. The ocean keeps secrets. The deep sea hides wonders. The creatures adapted to conditions we cannot survive. Built bodies we cannot match. Developed abilities we cannot replicate. They are alien, right here, on Earth, in the ocean, waiting to be discovered. One expedition at a time.